Hi guys, welcome back to justbolivia.com. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this YouTube channel for more awesome videos about Bolivia. In today's video, we are going to be looking at how to climb the amazing Huayna Potosi. In this video, I'll give you a run through of everything you need to know and answer any questions that you may have. So please watch and enjoy. So first of all, who can climb Huayna Potosi? This is a very common question, especially when people are maybe not as experienced climbers or this is their first 6,000 meter climb. Basically, there's two things. People who are gonna be totally fine are people who have moderate fitness and also people who are already acclimatized. Those are the two biggest factors. By moderate fitness, we mean walking, jogging, cycling, some experience without getting overly exerted. And by acclimatized, if you spent more than 4 days already in La Paz or somewhere with a high altitude, you will already be feeling comfortable at those altitudes. So you are ready to take on Huayna Potosi. Don't forget guys, most of the climb itself is about mental fitness, not so much about physical fitness. Most people either struggle mentally and that's the reason they don't complete the climb, or they succumb to altitude sickness. So if you guys can sort out both of those two things, being mentally strong and acclimatizing first, you should have no problems during the climb itself. This is probably going to be one of the easiest 6,000 meter peaks that you can do anywhere in the world. So make it a good one, get yourself ready and enjoy it. Alright, so firstly, how long does it take? The usual trek takes 3 days. Now there's 3 different routes that you can take. The first one is the normal route, which I would totally recommend if this is your first high peak climb. Or if you are not an experienced climber, the normal route is the one that you want to take. The second option is called the American route. This route is a lot less crowded, so if you are looking to beat the crowds and you're already an experienced climber, this may be the route for you. It climbs the west face of the mountain, so it's super nice. However, this side of it can bring some bad weather. So just be prepared when you're planning your trip that if there is bad weather, that trips here can often get postponed for up to 24 hours until the weather clears. But if you're already an experienced climber and want to go somewhere where you're going to have the whole place to yourself, then maybe this is the one for you. The third option you have is the French option. Not sure why it's called the French option, but maybe because it's a bit badass. You need to have much more experience. You'll need to bring your own tent and you'll also need to be already a technical climber and know how to handle all of your gear. This route as well takes 3 days, so everything is the same amount of time. But this route is definitely for the adventurous and the badass climbers out there. So if that's you, then this might be a good option for you to take. Okay guys, so in terms of the price, the normal route is around 700 bob. That is for 3 nights and 2 days. That price will include your shared transport, all of your meals whilst you're on the trip, and also most of your climbing equipment. All of the treks are guided, so that will include a Spanish-speaking guide. If you do want to pay a little bit extra, you can get an English-speaking guide, but if you want to save a little bit of money and you know some Spanish, the Spanish-speaking guides are amazing as well. In terms of any extra costs, if you do require to get some extra equipment, so things like sleeping bags sometimes, or you pay a little bit extra for. Sometimes on the journey up, there are some toilets which you'll need to have some small change ready for, and also any porter fees. So if you want someone else to carry your stuff, have some small money ready to give to those guys who are going to be doing the climb with you. In terms of when to go there, this is going to be an important factor whilst you're planning your trip. You want to be going there in the dry season, so anytime between June until September, just because the skies are clearer and the days are generally a little bit longer as well. So that'll give you the best option to, one, enjoy your climb more because it's going to be nicer views, and also two, give you a little bit more time before it gets dark so you can cover some more ground. In saying that, although it is clearer skies and it's a more popular time to go, temperatures still can reach up to -20 during these times, so be prepared for that, and make sure that you pack accordingly. So in terms of when to go, the best time is from June through until September. These are the months in the dry season when there's generally less rainfall, so the skies will be much clearer for you to enjoy those amazing views. However, there can be some very cold temperatures during these months, up to -20, so do be prepared and pack accordingly. And also the days are going to be a little bit shorter, so you'll have to pack a little bit more into your day. However, for sure, June until September is the best time for you to go. In terms of doing this climb, guys, preparation is really key. Number one is preparing for the forecast. So the forecast is going to determine whether or not the climb is actually possible, and two, whether or not you're going to have the best views. So monitoring the forecast a few days before is always something that is worth doing, especially if you're on a bit of a time tight line. You want to be monitoring that so that a week, 2 weeks in advance, so that you can then plan your trip and say whether you'll be able to do it on what day. All right, so number one, monitor the forecast. The second one is have the right gear. This is going to make all the difference as to whether you have an enjoyable trip or whether it's a little bit uncomfortable for you. And you want to be wearing things that are breathable, things that are waterproof, things that are of a good enough quality to withstand those really minus temperatures. It is super, super cold up there, all right? And also in terms of renting gear, if you are renting from a tour provider and it's included in your price, you want to be checking those things before you go. The last thing you want to do is get up to the top and there's a hole in your sleeping bag and it is absolutely freezing. So do check all of your gear. Bear in mind, if you're renting it, you'll need to be careful and be vigilant, or it might even be worth buying some of your own gear because then you'll know the quality and the standard of it. You're also going to need to bring some thermal clothing with you, so a thermal hat, some gloves, socks, and pack a very good pair of walking boots as well. Don't forget to bring your sunglasses and also some sunscreen. Even though it's cold, there's still a lot of sun and you still have the potential to be getting burnt up there as well. Number three is perhaps thinking about taking a training course in Alpine Planning before you go. This will just allow you to learn the skills that you'll need whilst you're on the climb and also make you feel a little bit more comfortable about the climb. Lots of people get very nervous before they start, so if you do a course like this, it may just help settle those nerves and help boost your confidence before you start the climb. Number four is fitness. So do consider your fitness levels. This isn't something that you start to think about one day before you start the climb. This is something that you need to be planning around 3 months or so in advance. So things like hiking, jogging, swimming and cycling will all improve your aerobic fitness, which is something that's going to massively help get you up the mountain. In terms of how to get there, most of the tours to climb the mountain will include the transport to and from La Paz. So when you're planning your trip, just worry about getting to and from La Paz. The rest will be taken care of for you. However, if you are one of these people that likes to plan every little journey yourself, you can get to the Zongo base camp yourself, either by car or also some public transport does go there. It'll require a little bit more planning. It's not the most reliable in the world, but it is a possibility if you want to make your own way to the base camp. Guys, that was my tips on how to climb Huayna Potosi. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please, please, please do like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and visit us at justbolivia.com. Thank you for watching and have a wonderful time wherever you are. I'll see you next time.